Hi everyone, let's take a quick look here at a paper that has been posted in our research paper discussion posting. This is by Justin, so thanks Justin for the loan of your paper. This is the first page title, as you can tell. The running head is the first thing I want to comment on because one problem I see in several papers is still a capital H here, and it's just a little h. All right, so he's got his page number and 3 pieces of information here, which are super. His title of his paper, his name, Front Range Community College, and we're set on the title page. All right, so moving on to the page 2 here, you can see that now running head has been dropped from the second page of the paper. And if you have any questions about how to do that in the header, what I suggest is you go back and watch the first 4 to 5 minutes of that video done by Jeff, our librarian. That is, I believe, in research paper discussion post number 3. Just watch a little bit of that and you'll be able to remember how to do it, get back in and make that adjustment. So after the header, where the title is, you also have the title at the top of what's called the body of the paper. And this does not need to be in caps, just in sort of regular letters where you're using capitals, and then small letters for connecting words, less important words, so to speak. And then everything is double space after that. This looks a little bit more than double space to me, and I'm not really sure. So everybody might want to check that. The other thing I do notice is a general format issue on this particular page, which is that this particular distance, I believe, is 1.5 inches on this paper, and APA style requires 1-inch margins. So everyone, I would say make sure you double check and have 1-inch margins. The next thing that I check on these papers are that you have at least 2 in-text citations. Here's one here. Parenthesis, Hockenberry and Hockenberry, comma, year of the publication, 2014. And then on this paper, they have included the page number, which is fine. You may include the page number here and parenthesis period. If you don't include it here, that's okay too. It's optional when you're paraphrasing and summarizing. If, however, the person writing the paper had used some direct quotes, then the page number would be required. So I look to see that there are at least 2 in-text citations. This paper happens to have 3, which is fine from the textbook, but I'm looking for a minimum of 2. So right now, when I look at your papers, I am just looking for these technical pieces. I'm not reading for content or understandability, so to speak, in the paper. If your fellow students, if you're reading it and you have some comments about that, you can offer those comments to people. But in particular, we are looking for any technical difficulties. All right, so moving to the last page right now is the references. You can see again the running head, page 3, and then the title of this page is just references. So this reference is looking pretty good. He has what's being called a hanging indent. So it's left justified for the first line of a reference, and then you tab in 1 tab for any subsequent line of this particular excuse me, reference. And then when you start the next reference, it would be left justified for the first line again. Remember that when you have more than 1 reference, you're going to be alphabetizing by last name. All right, excuse me. First initials, that looks good. Some of you have a first and a middle initial, that's fine. I'm not going to be worried about that. Then there's the year of the publication. And then here we have Discovering Psychology 6th edition, which is partly in regular letters, partly italicized, and the whole thing actually needs to be italicized there. Then we have New York, comma, NY. Right here there's a period, but instead this should be a colon. There you go. Give it another space there. Worth Publishers, that's our publisher, and then period. So it looked pretty good. I made 2 small adjustments, put the title in italics, and I changed this period to a colon. If you're looking for examples, let me remind you that in these quick reference guides that come with your book, with your textbook, on the inside there are a lot of different reference examples that starts on the bottom of page 2 and then continues through pages 3 and 4. So use this as a guide as well. All right, nice job.